Hi, I'm just gonna go for it. So this will be my first Flosstube. My name is Amber, and I am on Instagram, and that's probably how most of you know me. Oh, there's my cat. Know me and are watching this. So my name is Roguemamastitcher on Instagram. It's kind of like the name is a combination of maybe who I am in a way, as probably all of the, usernames or monikers that we have. So, which are delightful to see. Um, Especially since most of them have to do with stitching, and that's kind of a different thing for me to witness, because I'm so old. That I remember before the internet, when I didn't know any stitchers. Anyway, so yeah, the Rogue comes from loving Marvel and the 90s cartoon, X-Men, if you guys, anybody knows about that. Good stuff. So not the movie Rogue, or even, sorry, the movie X-Men, with Rogue, with the, she was kind of a little whiny. Anyway, so if I don't know like how much I should really tell you guys that you've already been following, if you've been following Instagram, the stuff that I posted. I don't want to be too repetitive, but I am from the Northwest, but I'm currently living in Utah, and I'm from the Gen X generation, I guess. That's how old I am, but I am on the cusp of millennial. Not that matters really, I guess, but it's just a fact. And then I'm a Sagittarius and on the cusp of Scorpio. So, and I don't really put a lot tons of stock into it, but sometimes I do. It's just fun to kind of see people's personalities and things like that kind of sometimes manifest, and maybe some of their horoscope traits. But anyway, and then you guys, a lot of you maybe have seen the pillows that I did from Soda Stitch that are the zodiac, and those were super fun. So anyway, so if you want to look at my Instagram, if you haven't seen them already, go check them out. I've done most of them. The only ones I haven't done are Leo and Taurus. So anyway, so I kind of got to look at my little script to make sure I don't ramble on too much, because I do that a lot. So when I did get into cross stitch, I was 12 years old, and I had the lady who taught me cross stitch was a friend of my mother's, and she was also a homeschooling group mother, and a few of her kids were my friends, and she was just they were from Maine, from the East Coast, and they kind of had an interesting accent to listen to when you're from the Northwest, and it seems like no one has an accent, maybe California or something accent. But anyway, so she was a hero of mine. She sadly passed away from breast cancer, I think 15 or 20 years ago. They moved, and before there was social media and things like that, and I think they moved to California or something, and so we lost contact, and I didn't even know she was sick. I mean, when her kids got on social media, that's when they told me she had passed away, so that was really sad. But I was just really glad that she had taught us just the different wisdoms that she had, and she's a highly educated woman, and she was just a really kind woman, and I mean she was courageous as well. She this is one reason she was one of my biggest heroes. Looking back, especially to adults I would want to emulate, is that she had overheard some gossip some like the town gossip, and this woman was actually like a friend of our family that was gossiping, and she was gossiping about me to my best friend's mother, and just saying stuff that maybe, I don't know if it wasn't true, but it was just kind of put in a negative way. Anyway, so this lady that taught me cross stitch, she called this gossip out in front of my best friend's mom, and also came and told us, and so we could address that with my best friend's mom, because your best friend means a lot to you, and if the mom thinks badly of you, then kind of all bets are off. And so that was awesome. And so that's connected to cross stitch for me. And I mean, not like I don't think about it all the time, but just a wholesome, good person who is also courageous, intelligent, etc. Also loved cross stitch. So anyway, so some of the first things that I did while cross stitching were these Ruth Moorhead ornaments. I don't know. Let's see if you guys can see that without too much of a glare. So they're just like little angel baby kind of. And I, know mostly dark-haired people in my family, and so I, would like adjust the hair color and the skin color and the eye color. Sorry, that is so blurry. To match them. And then this stocking I ended up doing for myself when I was maybe 16 or 17, and I changed the hair and eye color to match myself. And this was, so Ruth Moorhead, I don't know if I said that already, but Holly Angels. And her son actually like joined the business with her to, design with her. And then Ruth Moorhead has passed away since, but her stuff was just like so fun to do for me. I love her stuff. It was just, kind of like Precious Moments, but not quite as maybe exaggerated. But, yeah, she was awesome. So I did 55 of those ornaments total, like in my whole life, just for friends, family, etc. And I did a lot of other Christmas ornaments. I loved like doing Christmas stuff for a really long time. So yeah, like I don't know, I love Christmas, but I've sort of ran out of steam for Christmas after doing the 26 stockings for my family. Like they loved them and super grateful and everything. But as my siblings had kids, my commitment was to do, a stocking for all their children. And not even all my siblings, I have 5 of them, have had children. So it's like selfish of me, but I'm kind of glad sometimes. But anyway, so I have a scrapbook where I've kept track of all the stockings that I've done for my family, so that I can, like, always, because when I stitch things for people, I don't know if you guys do the same thing, but when I stitch things for people, I think of that person and kind of like who they are and why I care about them, and if they'd appreciate this, and hoping they will. But that's not always why I cross stitch things for people, because some people don't really care that much about cross stitch. It's more like about me just kind of showing them I love them, and kind of hoping to put some beauty and goodness out into the world. So because our world needs it, right? So this is my scrapbook for my stockings, so I can just remember them, because they're all out there now except for my own husband and kids. So yeah, I wanted to show one of my nephew's stockings just on camera, because I want to show the ones that I want to plan to do for his kids. So sorry for his name out there, but okay. So this is a Linda Gillum design, like from Cooler Designs, I believe. It was a book I got. No, wait, I'm trying to remember. A book called The Stockings Were Hung. I think it was Cooler Studios. Anyway, So pretty cute. Anyway, so the ones that I, finally getting back into doing some, maybe a little more than one stocking a year, or just, maybe one every year or every 6 months. Again, for his little family, I found out that his, so he's my nephew, that stockings were my nephew, and then he is my first nephew, and so his son will be his son that he and his wife just had, is my great nephew. So I want to do one for him, and I did show this on Instagram, so I'm sorry for the repeats if you guys have seen this, but so this is Joan Elliott Design, and let's see, I don't know if there's even a name for it. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. So it's just got like a cute little mouse on it at the bottom, and it's just very colorful. I love the yellow. I love the kind of bubbly Christmas tree, and it's like bright, and yeah, I've always loved like cute little mice for Christmas themed things. So then for his so for his wife, to match with the kind of like the Santa, and I don't like match things like for to make them the exact same designer or like even the same company. I just try to like match them as like to the individual, like try to kind of individualize it, because those people are they're gonna grow up and they're gonna have their own families, and maybe they'll all get different stockings. And so I mean, it'd be like breaking up a set if I just made them all super close to the same thing or almost exactly matching, and then they take them away, and so the sets would be broken up anyway if I tried to do that. So I just try to individualize them, but make them coordinate somehow, kind of make them be in harmony. So this would be the one that I'm thinking of doing for his wife, who I've never met before because they haven't been back to Washington for like 7 years, and they haven't been married for very long. Anyway, so it's so cute though, Under the Mistletoe. Oh my gosh, there's so much of a glare, I'm sorry. By Burnett, and I'm actually not sure who designed this, but anyway, little kit I got on eBay. So that was nice. I love eBay for stocking kits. And Etsy is pretty awesome too, but mostly for kind of brand new stuff, and more like leaflet patterns and PDFs and stuff. Okay, and then bonus, I found out our family doesn't like talk, my parents and my siblings, like we don't talk about like normal stuff, I guess, because they don't tell me things that I would love to know, and for kind of my information for making stuff for them, presents and things like that. But just recently found out that my nephew's wife has a daughter from a previous relationship, and I'm just excited because then I get to make another stocking to go with the whole set, family grouping. So yeah, that I'm kind of thinking maybe that one for the daughter. It is so cute too. So that's also by Joan Elliott, from when she was designing for Good Shepherd way back in the early 90s, I guess. Anyway, so I'm not like just a strictly 90s design lover or anything like that, but trying to kind of take it one step at a time here. So you guys have seen my current projects. I won't talk too much about those, but the Marbeck, Rebecca Waldrop, Arcadian Angel, and the one that I already finished was the Windermere Angel, and the pictures are just terrible on Instagram. I haven't taken new pictures of the one that I finished, Windermere, so I'll just kind of show it here. Oh my goodness, that's there. It's just very delicate, very girly, definitely a springtime piece. And this was my favorite, and I did my favorite first. And maybe that's why it's taken me so long to do the rest. I don't know. Anyway, so she's very, very delicate and pretty. Anyway, so let's see, and then there is that Four Seasons set by Lavender and Lace that is like the Celtic seasons. I'm sure all of you have seen those. Those are just ornate and gorgeous, and I would I don't know, I guess I would do those, but I've seen them already like done and framed, and absolutely love those. You know, it's just you know, engrossed in looking at them. So one of the, I guess, going through how I, you know, learned about cross stitch and sort of like my you know, evolution, I guess, in cross stitch was so kind of one of the first times that I really got into doing like using colored fabric for pieces was meeting a lady that ran a cross stitch shop when I lived in Orem in Provo, Utah, and she had, you know, all these fabrics arrayed, and they were just, it was amazing, you know, to look at, you know, like hundreds of fabrics all there, right there for me to put my hands on and everything. And, you know, I didn't just have to buy 14 count Aida, you know, which is how she said it. Maybe you guys say Aida, I don't know. Anyway, so she had, you know, like the 28 count and the 32 count, and just all the different, you know, I don't know, it was amazing, like, to go look at her cross stitch shop. So she was Diane's cross stitch shop is what it was called, and she had MS, and so multiple sclerosis, so she was kind of just never feeling super well, and she kind of, you know, she kind of just taught me certain things about cross stitch that, you know, kind of like how she always had like her special drink, and, you know, kind of how she would like spill her food on it sometimes because she was always cross stitching. So she'd be like snacking and cross stitching. So it would, you know, taught me how to, you know, get the stains out and things. So I don't remember if I actually did that stuff before, like kind of just really hunkered down and did other things and kind of just made it like part of the daily. Like, I think I kind of was like just more intense, like only wanting to cross stitch up until I met her, maybe. Like, she just kind of showed me it could be like part of just like your lifestyle, and you can just kind of have more fun with it, I guess. Anyway, so Diane was awesome, but her shop did close eventually, and I lost contact with her, and it was very sad. Anyway, but, you know, she was awesome. So oh, and she actually did like a Hardanger cross stitch class, and we had you know, like she did like a stitching group like a couple times a month, I believe, and I went to that, and that was a good time and stuff. I just don't think like a lot of us had everything in common, I guess. Maybe like even our stitching choices, like patterns to do and things like that. So anyway, didn't really like make strong connections at the cross stitching group in Orem, and, you know, it's kind of been like that, you know, for my whole, pretty much almost my whole life up until this year. So meeting people on like Facebook, I actually met before I went to Instagram and started that account, or reactivated that account to be solely for cross stitch. I met like a pretty amazing stitcher who's taught me even more about where to find amazing fabrics. So, and I've already posted about her on Instagram also, but her Instagram handle is lovestitch33, and her Facebook account name is Curry-Ma, so Kuri space MAW. So that's not her real name, but you know, for confidentiality and privacy purposes, she just keeps it at that. So she shares amazing like designs from all over, from so many different designers. She has like the biggest like stitching stash I've ever seen, and she collects fabrics and stuff. So she kind of helped me like realize that was okay to collect quite a bit, and you know, just plan for the future, but maybe not do all of it, because you know, before I think I kind of was like, only get what you're going to for sure make in the next year or two, and you know, that didn't always work out. But anyway, she's shown me like you can have fun just like collecting things, and she also is like showing me some amazing like accessories, like you know, like needle minders and like scissor fobs. Like she made me a beautiful scissor fob. I should have this stuff in and show you. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll do another floss tube, and then like show accessories, something like that. Anyway, so let's see. But yeah, Curry has shown me like hand dyed by Rolanda is like the fabric that I just totally fell in love with, and it's made the soda stitch pieces that I've done, I just really think it's like really harmonizes well with soda. Anyway, and I could do a completely separate floss tube and probably mini floss tubes, all just about soda stitch. So I don't want to like breeze by that too quickly, but I think if you're following me on Instagram, you probably already know like how much I love soda stitch, and I can show that stuff later on here. So anyway, so yeah, future projects for Russian designers, those are the ones that I've dreamed of and never have done one thus far. So I'm hoping that I can get one of these done before Halloween, and it seems like a pretty quick, simple one, and that'll be a good start for me. I like to, you know, kind of do the less intimidating thing first, and then see if I'm into that style or if it agrees with me, and then I'll keep doing, maybe go bigger and bigger. So here's the lady, Witch in the Cauldron, and I'm trying to remember like what the name of, it's hard to say. I think this is the Lola Lotta. Yeah, I think that's this one. So Nadajda, and I don't know her last name, starts with a K. Anyway, so Witch in the Cauldron, so excited about that. Definitely an Etsy PDF. It's all, you know, printed out right here. So one that I tried to do, and that is like pathetic, I have not kept going, but it's this one, and it's so adorable. I'm in love with it. I actually don't know the name of it. It's like, I don't know. I'm afraid that YouTube will like think I'm using bad language, but it's TITS. Like, I think that's the name of the birds. So they're feeding each other a strawberry, and it's adorable. Anyway, but I actually like had ordered some fabric on eBay, and this is the first time this has ever happened to me, but it was the wrong stitch count, and I didn't like check before I started stitching it. So I thought it was a lot bigger than it was, and this is only as far as I've gotten, and I was trying so hard to you know, be okay with it, because I wanted it to be bigger, so I could frame it in my house, and it's actually like gonna be really small. So it's gonna be like this big when I thought it was maybe gonna be like this big or something like that. So anyway, so that was to my eternal shame. I have not finished that, and I don't know if I ever will. Okay, so here's another one. I think this is the Cute Patterns by Maria lady. She's on Instagram, but she also has an amazing Etsy store. But this is the other Halloween one I want to do, and it's so pretty. I think they're in Russia, they're like really into foxes, because there's a lot of foxes in their designs, and I love them also. Not that I have any personal connection to foxes for any reason. Anyway, and then here's another Lola Lotta. This little cat, like cotton design. I mean, so cute. I love it. And then there's this, the Green Terrace. I love this one that they did. It reminds me of my son, who's an avid reader. He loves like Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, you know, is totally into like Percy Jackson and things like that. So just like a kind of little elven, maybe adventure type of character reading under this magical tree. And I love the, you know, the crescent moon and things like that there, and just the lights, like how the Russian designers know how to use lights to kind make their designs like almost like they look like they glow. You know how they play with their color and their light, you know, in their patterns. So they really know what they're doing there, and I absolutely love that when cross stitch can like really come alive off the fabric. So what else? So one thing I think, you know, for a future project I don't think she's Russian, but her name is Eva. Her Etsy account is Eva's Designs. And it was kind of hard to get that to come up on Etsy when I had seen her post in like a Facebook group about her new piece. It's called Aphrodite, and I absolutely am in love with this. This is the first black and white piece that I've ever purchased, like grayscale black and white, and she is covered on the essentials, but just so gorgeous, coming out of a shell and the waves, and oh my goodness. So anyway, one day, and I did start it, and I have everything kitted up, and Sew to Stitch kind of ruined me for simplicity and speed to finish a design. Sorry, that's really noisy. So yeah, that's my kitted up, pathetic mess. Anyway, so, oh, and here's one more for Halloween. Let's see, by Ksenia Dimitrieva. She did 2 of these little sets of Halloween characters, and I just love them so much. I don't know if they're still on Etsy or if she's gonna put them back on when it's closer to Halloween, but these little characters, sorry, it's kind of weird to, okay, so, and then these is the other set. Oh my gosh, they're so awesome. So I don't know what I would do with them quite yet, but I think they are just fabulous. But I, you know, always am looking for like new Halloween designs because, you know, they can be, I just love the colors and I love that season. I love that holiday. It's super, super fun. So I think the people in the UK are not as much into that at all. So if there's anybody from the UK, sorry if that sounds strange to you. Anyway, so I'm sorry, I just want to see like what I've covered. So gosh, there's so much that I could talk about. I mean, it's, you know, like almost 30 years of stitching, or actually I think over almost 30 years of stitching now. So let's see, so I am interested in doing like the, you know, kind of like everyone knows about Nora Corbett. You know, she's like super talented designer. You know, I love some of these. I think these are newer things that she's done, but I love this bead fairy, and it just seems like quick and simple, and I love sets of stuff. I think I just love when I can do multiple things that go together. So that the bead fairy is really pretty, and then the needle fairy. So that's super pretty, and I got these on 123stitch.com. If you guys know what that is, I'm sure you love them as much as I do. And they're in Utah also, so when I order from them, I get it in a day most of the time, unless it's back ordered, which I'm waiting on something right now. I'm like to do my Marbeck lady, and they're changing warehouses around, so they don't have all their inventory available. So anyway, being patient though, they've been amazing for years. So anyway, and then this is the other Nora Corbett that I'm so in love with this one. I definitely will do this one day. It's Water Sprite. I just don't know when or who for, or if it's gonna be for me. Claire. Okay, so then I have a couple Mirabilia ones that I just love. So this is Shakespeare's Fairies. Oh, and that is by Nora Corbett also. Big shocker. I'm sure you guys have seen it before, but I love it. It's just so, and like a lot of times the internet, like example pictures are just, they have such bad resolution, and here I am saying that, and this is like glaring. But anyway, so Shakespeare's Fairies. And then, is this one by Nora Corbett too? Yep, Sleeping Princess. Maybe all Mirabilia is, I don't know. So, this is like I think this is supposed to be kind of like the Princess and the Pea, but I don't see the P in here. So anyway, but it's very elegant. Maybe the P would take away from the elegance of the piece, but I love this one. And there's a design that's like really similar, but in kind of more of like a nursery design, or I don't know if it's, I think it is nursery kind of, you know, geared by the Veronique Engineer. I don't know how to say that. It's a French designer, and I have a book, and I'm definitely going to show that. I probably show that on the day that it's, you know, for showing your cross stitch books off on Instagram, like for the July cross stitch challenge. Anyway, so then I have this other pattern that is, you know, I've noticed that a lot of cross stitchers are like huge pet people, like they love animals so much. They're like maybe like tender-hearted people. Maybe they don't like humans as much sometimes, I don't know. But the story of the Rainbow Bridge, and I got this online, and I feel bad because I've kind of forgotten like some of these. I think it's lovecrafts.com. I think that's where I got it. But here's this, it's the story of the Rainbow Bridge, and then it's this beautiful poem about our pets that we love passing away. And oh my goodness, like maybe just look up the poem yourself and look up this design yourself if you want to read it, because one day I think I will do this, because I have had pets that I've lost that I was just so sad about when I was younger, but you know, didn't have pets for a long time when I was single or when we got married, and more recently we have, and so we are very attached to them, and we love our pets, so it's gonna be like interesting, and I don't know, I'm nervous for the day when any of them pass away, because yeah, they are definitely more like our family, and we are used to seeing them every day and functioning with them around every day. They give a lot of love, and we can give a lot of love to them. Anyway, so but speaking of reading poems, there's a cross stitcher verse. It's called Stitcher's Verse, and it's from the 90s. By Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. So this is a design that I found more recently. This is one reason I love the internet. I know people complain about the internet a lot being bad, but I think there's so many good things about the internet that I wouldn't trade for the world. So yeah, I got it used. It's a, you know, leaflet, and I want to read the poem to you because I think we're all, you know, so many of us are like this. I think I was more of an extrovert when I was younger, but maybe became a little more introverted once I had kids and couldn't sleep and things like that. So I'll read it to you while I, you know, try to feebly, shakily show you the design on the camera. So Stitcher's Verse. Cross stitchers are a different breed. The things we hope for, the things we need. We wish for floss to finish that row. We sometimes wish our guests would go. We wait all day for that time to be, that special time, that time for me. Each needle is threaded, the colors arrayed. Scissors and chart have been carefully laid. Now we relax. This is our pleasure, stitching this piece of soon-to-be treasure. We always ignore that mental warning. Stitching all night makes it rough in the morning. But time's important. We don't need clocks. We just need floss and a sewing box. Our project awaits us. Now we proceed. This must be heaven. What more could we need? So, I love that so much. It really resonates with me. I definitely have a lot of up till 3 a.m. Stitching sessions especially when my husband's gone and when it's summertime. So hint, hint, I've been doing that lately. So, anyway, yeah, I just, it's crazy to like meet people that are similar in this attitude of just like what they're making is like so important to them, and they love it so much, and they have so much passion, like you guys, you know, that are watching, you know, that it means so much to you, so, and it means so much to me. So it's really weird. I mean, because like when I go around, you know, like town, you know, to the library for my kids, or take them swimming, or you know, sometimes I've even like stitched maybe in the lobby at church, or you know, stuff like that. Haven't been going a lot, but you know, in the past. And you know, when this lady says, she a couple weeks ago, she says, when I came into the get my kid lessons at the pool, and she, you know, I said, I'm just gonna like, she goes, are you gonna go swimming? And I said, oh no, you know, my son's getting lessons or something like that. And she goes, oh, well, we have Wi-Fi, so you'll be covered. And I said, oh no, I'm gonna stitch. I'm gonna do my stitching. And she just looks at me like I'm an alien, like just, you know, and I kind of held it up, and she's still like, huh, okay, whatever, you know. It's funny. Anyway, a lot more quilters in Utah than cross stitchers as far as I've found. So that's cool. Quilting is still fun, you know, but anyway, gosh, there was a lot that I could show you. I guess I can show you like one more thing, that I've done, because I haven't really shown any of my work really. You know, most of I've given away. So, anyway, so this is Birthstone Fairies. I did one of each except for June, because she's kind of ugly compared to the rest. But I did one of these, and sometimes I did multiple of these for different people, like including my nieces and some of my friends from high school that I still keep in contact with. Just, you know, they're just cute. But I love that, like, themed, like, you know, for like birthstones or zodiac for someone's birthday is like just so individualized. I love it. But this is by the Vermilion Stitchery, and I don't have any of them left, but I've made all of them except the June. And then this one has a ribbon falling off, but this is how I finished them. And I'll show pictures of these eventually on Instagram. They just are no longer kind of like what I'm working on, so I'm maybe like less interested, and they're smaller. But I made like little little pillows, and this is before I had my own sewing machine. And, excuse me, and I put like the little crystals on them. I can't remember the name of the crystals, but you can get them at craft stores. So I just kind of found out a way to hand stitch this all together, and you know, embellish with crystals. And this cool, like, I found this cool like binding ribbon over at Joann's. But yeah, you can hang it on your wall or put it on a doorknob. And I did get commissioned to make a couple of these. You know, I didn't really put it on the internet or anything. It's just like a friend that wanted me to do a couple for her and her daughter, so I did. So some people have been asking me about, real quick before I end this, I cannot believe it's been almost 40 minutes. If you're still with me, amazing. So, and thank you. So this is the Care Bear Cousin book that I got on eBay a long time ago, and it is so cute. And I haven't done any of the Care Bear Cousins. They're huge, but one day I will do all of them. I know it. So I did like a bookmark with all these little designs from this book too, that go with each of the characters. So here's what the Care Bear Cousins look like on the inside. And see, that goes with them. They have these little, you know, designs that go with them. Oh, you can't see it, but the Swift Heart Rabbit has the little Swift Heart with the wings, you know, that go with it for like a baby colt or something, or a Afghan or whatever you call it, throw. So yeah, those, oh, so cute. I love it. Anyway, Care Bears were a good memory for a lot of 80s kids because they were kind and had good vibes and everything. And then this is one of the Care Bears. This is a Care Bears Christmas book, and these are vintage. These are from the 1986, 1980s. So really cute. One day I'll probably do those. I have done some ornaments from here, gave them away. Don't have pictures of them at this moment, but I'll probably post them on Instagram closer to Christmas. The ones that I have made into ornaments. And my husband and I designed one that was Brave, what is his name? Like Braveheart Lion, I think. I made one of those into a Christmas ornament. And that was really cool. But anyway, so I did this one, and I think I did that one and the Wish Bear. Yeah, I think I did the Wish Bear and then the Cheer Bear. Anyway, so done a lot of ornaments, like I said earlier. And then this is, excuse me, this is what the Care Bear book looks like. You know, kind of like the, you know, the set to the Care Bear Cousins, but I had to buy the file for it. I don't know, you know, they were, I'm sure it was fine. I don't know. Anyway, so I had to buy the file, and that's where I've gotten those patterns from. That, you know, I've posted those on Instagram, the Care Bears that I've done. So I don't know if I'll do all of those, but I want to do a lot of them. And I don't have pictures of those right now. But anyway, I will end this because it's taken already 41 minutes. So, so thanks for watching my first Flosstube, and I look forward to seeing yours, everybody else who's going to do a Flosstube for the July Cross Stitch Challenge. So have a great day and have a great weekend, and happy stitching.